This is one of those, it is what it is, and like whatever, but I'm just curious about how and why this happens and why it's increased so much. I have a theory from asking people, but I don't know. What do you think? So, a party of 14 is reserved. However, your store talks about setting tables aside for someone. Is it call ahead? Is it reserved? Is it whatever? But so there's a 14 at 7, and it's 7 o'clock, no one's there. 10 after, two people show up. Oh, we're here for the party of Smith, 14. And either the table's set up or you start to set the table up. And you ask them to seat in the waiting area because it's only two people out of 14. Now, I don't know about your place, but does your place demand that all the people are there before they're seated? Or half, or what? What does your place do? Our place is half. So 7 would need to be there for them to be seated. Anyways, continuing on. It was reserved at 7. It's 7:10 and two people are there. You start to set up the table, or it's already been set up. They're in the waiting area. 7:30, two more show up. They ask to be seated. You seat them because like it's a half hour past. Let's get this show rolling. It's 8:15 and three more people show up. So you have 7 of 14 people there. And it's an hour after the table was reserved. What does your place do? Like only 7 show up. And everything's started. You've been serving drinks only for an hour now. And they've taken 2 tables, 3 tables maybe in your section. So that's the majority of your section for an hour, and nothing's been done with them yet. They're not even close to ready to go. And they finally say, oh, you know what? They're not going to show up. So why does this happen? My theory is this. Here's what I've been told. Of the like 5 parties that have done this, I ask in a chill way, don't worry. Here's what happened. They put out a thing on you can tell I don't use Facebook. They put out a thing on Facebook saying that they were going to gather at your restaurant. How many people want to come? And 14 people said yes. So they make the res for 14 and go on with their life. How easy is it to not show up to something you said you were going to show up to online on Facebook on a whim, right? So they give them an hour. Did they try to contact them? Probably not, because they know that they just say, I'll be there, and then they didn't intend to show up. They just wanted to be social. So what's up with this? What are we doing about this? Is your restaurant doing anything about this? In my opinion, if I set up a table, there's a fee. Like, we know how much a table makes per hour on average. The server knows how much they make per hour on average. I am of the opinion that the people holding the table longer than it should be held for normally should pay for that fee. They should be responsible for making the restaurant and the server whole for the experience. They shouldn't get to just take that table for 3 hours rather than 1.5 or however long your average time is. Give them some extra time. I'm cool with that. But the days of taking 3 tables and then being spread out at those tables and not being willing to break off a table or two are over, I think. Like the margins are thin in a restaurant. People think you own a restaurant. Oh my goodness, you're making millions of dollars. No, you're working like a dog to make thin margins. It's as simple, like, for real, like grocery stores. There's always people in a grocery store, right? I just went to the grocery store. And, oh, they must make tons of money because people think everything's Keystone. meaning you buy it for $1, sell it for $2. And that's not the case, man. The margins are very thin in a grocery store. People don't realize that. I would estimate that if a grocery store made 4 points, 4% of everything they sold, that manager's getting a bonus. That manager's getting a raise. That manager, after 2 or 3 years of doing that, is going to be promoted to district manager, because that's strong. Tell me if I'm wrong. I don't know how much grocery stores make, but that seems about right to me. Peace. This is getting way long. I'm so sorry, but I would love to hear, how is this happening more and more, that a large reservation will be made and less than half of that number show up, and it takes them an hour to decide to order? Why? Like, I would love to know what's the lore behind this, right? Peace. Have a great day.